What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for coming back, and if it's your first time, thanks for clicking on the thumbnail. Really means a lot to me. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to actually listen to a whole album, and yeah, I'm going to review the album. We're going to talk about it. This isn't going to be like a 50-minute video though. So I'm going to go through each song. I'm going to actually review it, grade it, give it a number, like a number grade, and at the end, the whole album's going to have a number grade. And at the end, I'm going to give it a star rating. So that star rating depends on how many points it gets throughout the album. So 100 points gets you 5 stars. And how you get points is each song is a 1 to 10. 10 being absolute masterpiece. Yeah, you might say, well, some albums have 15 or 20 songs, but we're going to start at about, let's say a 5 is a good song. It's a good song. If you get over 5, that means you're borderline amazing, excellent, almost a masterpiece song to get over 5. So some songs might get 6 or 7 that are actually some of your favorites. Doesn't mean that they're not great songs. It means that they are great songs, but we have to sort of keep it dialed in a little bit in order to make it fair for other albums to have more songs or less songs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep a list of all of the albums that I do on my Discord, and I will link that in the description below. So if you want to check out all the albums that I have reviewed or will review, they'll all be listed on there with their score and their star ratings. So again, that'll be linked in the description. I figured I would start it simple, doing kind of an easy album, something that just came out, I think, in February. One of my favorite bands growing up. Not so much lately. They kind of, I wouldn't say fallen off. They've changed quite a bit, but one of my favorite bands growing up was actually Godsmack. And a lot of people give them shit and sort of make fun of them a little bit because they're what someone called butt rock. But they have put out very strong albums in the past. Now, their newest one, Lighting Up the Sky, I've heard a little bit of it. I haven't gone through the whole album yet, so we're going to do that today. Now, you're not going to hear the whole song every single time, or else it will be like an hour-long video. So I'm going to go through the song a little bit by little bit, give my takes on it, give it a score. So I guess let's get right into it, and hopefully you guys are into this. And we'll see how it goes. All right, first track is called You and I. That well-known guitar crunch from Godsmack. Okay. I've heard this one a few times, so I have to try and real hard to, All right. That's the first song on the album, and honestly, it could have been half the length. It really, and I don't want to be overly critical, but I sort of have to be critical of it because you got to give it a good score for what it's worth. The lyrics were very simple. The music was simple. It almost felt like it was a short poem that he wrote, and he just dragged it out over instrumentals. And it says it was written just by Sully, and honestly, it feels like it. And Godsmack has been known for this. I don't want to say guilty of it, but known for it. That their lyrics have somewhat been simplistic over the years, and honestly gotten worse as time has gone on. This album debuted at number 19, I think it said. Number 1 on the U.S. top hard rock album charts. So that's over 5 minutes, and honestly, that felt super long. At some points it was just kind of like, all right, but not a terrible song. It had a good sound, good groove. The instrumentals were a little bit catchy. So I can't really give it like a 2, but I can't really give it like a 5 or even a 4 either, because I was sort of waiting for it to be over at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give this one a 3. All right, move on to the next one, which is Red, White, and Blue. Music gets you right into it.
Black, and I can't seem to find my way back. Oh no, I never thought I'd say one day I'd question my faith to a country that made me who I am today.
4-minute song.
And the times keep changing, and the world is screaming. All the lies keep ringing through. I still stand by you. One side for vanilla, and the other stands right. The only colors that stand true are the red, white, and blue, so I stand by you. We're taking on a beating from our very own, but when in God we trust, we're never alone. Oh yeah, I stand in the trenches, side by side for the free, and I'll fight for you, just don't you tread on me.
A lot of energy in this song.
One side for never.
You can't help it. It's just
Oh, in the other.
Tony Rambola, guitar.
Silence and rage. But who the fuck made you come to tell me what I can and cannot say? I believe with pride so decide if you stand with the free or die.
There's something just so them about the sound. Like they have their own thing, their own sound. Like if you didn't know this was Godsmack, because somebody played you this clip with no word, nothing, you could tell that's Godsmack. Alright, Red, White, and Blue. It's a little bit shorter than You and I, and it's a little bit higher energy. But again, it's like Sully even says this song or this album is full of good solos. But then again, so maybe I'm speaking from the point of view of listening to metal or harder rock music where solos are much more creative and have much more, life to them. There was a solo in this, but it was a fill. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like they wrote anything special for this track. It just sounded like Tony Rambola doing his thing on the guitar, which he's a great guitarist. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't anything special about it. And the lyrics, honestly, this reminds me of a Five Finger Death Punch song. You don't want to be compared. You just don't. So this to me was actually worse than the last one, even though maybe instrumentals were a little bit more catchy. But I'm not gonna put this on in the car and just jam out to it. It's not happening. So I'm gonna give this one a 2. All right, so let's move on to Surrender. This is a official music video, so we'll see how this goes.
Showing up on the
Fuck
first
you!
page
This was their first single they released off the album.
You've always told me that you know me, but you don't really know me at all. You just played me and betrayed me and showed no sympathy at all.
Yeah, that's nice.
Why can't you just
This is good.
surrender? Surrender what you promised. Surrender what I need.
Passionate vocals right there.
Why can't you just see that sweet surrender in me? One time, surrender to me.
Yeah. Now, this is much more action-packed in this.
So will you stand tall and be accountable and tell that little girl you like how you lost it? I'm so exhausted.
A little bit more intricate on the guitar. This one just catches you.
Surrender to me.
Oh yeah. This will break down. This is more creative, you know, as opposed to some of the other stuff on the album.
So sick of your lies, and every time you seem to change your mind, manipulate, so quick to hate. A true master of your art you demonstrate. But I need a break from you. I need to separate from you. I need to keep my faith and do.
So he's changing it up a little, you know.
I promise to. Why you always make me wait on.
It's good when a song changes its structure, kind of keeps you guessing a little bit.
I need to keep my faith and do all the other things I promised you. I really need a break.
An explosion happens again.
I really need a break.
There we go. That's like slowly up.
Just please surrender. Surrender what you promised. Surrender what I need. Oh, baby. Why can't you just see that sweet surrender in me? One time, surrender to me. Surrender to me.
This is a rock song. That was great. That was a rock song. I mean, I know I've heard this album before. This one still gets me hype. And I know I said in a minute ago that he's lost a lot of that anger, and he showcases that a little bit here. But even still, it's not that gritty, you know, guttural voice that he had. I don't know if it's guttural, but on like his first album. I will trade that off for passionate vocals, and that's what he gave you on this track. And this one I do listen to quite a bit in my own time. It's on my playlist. The song structure changes up as it goes. It flows really nice. It makes you feel like you're at a rock concert. I mean, it's just wall-to-wall action in the headphones. And I mean, this is hard rock. This is what I expect from a hard rock song from Godsmack. I mean, this is probably one of the best on the album. So as far as a grade score, I know 5 is damn good. Anywhere between 5 and 10 is fucking amazing. You know, so I don't want to illegitimize the scale from 5 to 10, because there's gonna be albums that we do that have straight just fire masterpieces that only get 7s or 8s. So I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. Right, this is What About Me? What About You? Again, more of that droning guitar, which you don't hear much different tune, you know, like he doesn't, I don't know, sort of just a sound. This sounds like 2000s rock.
Inundated, overwhelming personalities. Not for me. The last time I told you,
This one is 4 minutes long.
Unapologetically, 'cause I need to be, and it's time. So what if I never lost? And what if I stay the same?
You gotta give him credit for the little nuances. He doesn't give a whole lot of it up
but I
front.
never seem to win. So what if I never lost? What if I stayed the same? What am I worth if I make that change? So where's my resolution? Where's my better days? All my life I've given up everything. So what have I made? What have I made?
Wow, that's already over. A little bit torn on this one because the music is a little bit simplistic. There are some nuances throughout the song that sort of break it up because it does tend to get monotonous. Although it seemed like a shorter song than it was. It's just like from the start, boom, and then over. I got to give credit to the song, the lyric writing though, because it's another one where you can tell he's writing about a story or a real feeling that he's having in his life or throughout his life because he's older now. He has sacrificed a lot for his success. And I think a lot of us probably that do that eventually will say, well, what about me? Like I've given up everything to be where I'm at today. But how much can you really complain about it? You know, although again, we don't know what he's going through at the moment of writing this. But again, the writing is good. The music is a little bit mid. This is, you know, it is what it is. So this is a very middle of the road song. I don't know if I'm really gonna, you know, blast this on my car like that, but it's all right. You know, I think I'm more giving it a 3 as well. Next one up, Truth. This one's 4.5 minutes. Oh, it's slower. Okay. Like I said, I think I've heard a lot of these. You know. Oh no, yep, I remember this one. You know, I got a soft spot for rock guys playing the guitar, or do it again, for playing the piano.
You can tell me that you tried, but you told me as you said goodbye. And all those things you couldn't say, you just watched me walk away again. But I was there for you till the end. As your lover and your best friend. So why'd you cross that line and destroy my life? Please just tell the truth, 'cause it's a lot to defend, and I can't understand how I'm still loving you.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Why can't you be by yourself? Always needing to be with someone else. So uncomfortable in your own skin. I didn't realize that time time with him. So why'd you cross that line and destroy my life? Please just tell the truth, 'cause it's a lot to defend, and I can't understand how I'm still loving you. We only have one life to get it right. We had our second chance, and yet we fucked it up again.
This is a good one.
So why'd you cross that line and destroy our lives? Please just say the truth. It's a lot to defend. I can't understand how I'm still loving you. How am I still loving you?
Damn. I forgot about this song. That is a great song. I mean, everything from the lyrics, the music, the composition. This might be one of the best tracks that they've ever put out. And they've put out some good stuff, but just how heartfelt the delivery is, you can tell he's talking about something real in his life. I mean, I just listen to it. The piano, the guitar, the drum, everything was put together so well in this track. And I mean, how many of us have been in that situation where we're holding on to somebody that we love, says they love us, and like the line in the song says, "I didn't know time alone meant time with him." And then, okay, that can apply both ways. If you're a woman watching this, how many times has that happened to you? Has it happened to any of us? To where we're trying to fix a relationship and they want space, but it turns out their space is just hanging out with the person that they're slowly leaving you for. I know that hits me in a personal spot. Probably is going to be the best on the album. Not gonna lie, it's better than Surrender for sure. I'm gonna give this one a 7. So far they got 1 star. Oh, I like that.
Gotta leave 'cause I never really knew how to stay. Same reason, same old demons remind me. I'm going back down the only bad road I've ever known. All alone is a feeling I call home. Oh, hell's not dead, it's alive and well. No, hell's not dead, it's what I'm living in.
I've always been a fan of Tony Rombola on the guitar. Not overly complicated, but he's got good effects. starts fading out at 4:10, 4:12, and it's like 35 seconds or so of fade. Just end the song. Say they make it hard because, you know, they're rocking out hard and they're doing their thing. But as far as this one, what are you saying? Okay, you're living in hell. Hell's not dead. Okay, I get that. It's alive and well. But why? Tell me a story. Like what's going on? Like what's making you feel this way? And they're not giving you that in this song. So it's just a hard rock song for the sake of making a hard rock song that isn't that musically intricate or sophisticated. What is he saying in this song? What's the story behind why he's living in hell? And I didn't get that from this song. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. And that's my personal preference. I didn't like it. But I have to grade it as far as sophistication, storytelling, musical composition. Composition-wise, it's not terrible. It's repetitive. It's a little bit droning. The beginning riff is pretty good, and it goes throughout the song. But the problem is it doesn't really change up. There's a couple quick solos, but they still. I'm gonna give it a 2. I just didn't care for it. Next one is Soul on Fire. Get a video for it too. Bluesy. Okay. Excuse me.
Didn't see this side unfolding. Hey, I can't wait for you to make up your mind. I need to take you every time I'm self-destructing. Help me, I'm begging you a long time. This time I need you in the worst way. Oh baby, I'd set my soul on fire. Help me, I'm begging you a long time. This time I need you in the worst way. Oh baby, I'd set my soul on fire.
Oh, yeah, I like that. This is much better. Damn.
Listening, I can hear those thoughts you think. Every word you wanna speak. Just let it go and devour me. I can't control my mind. It's spinning me out every time. It fuels my fire within. Why won't you let me in? Oh yeah, help me, I'm begging you a long time. This time I need you in the worst way. Oh baby, I'd set my soul on fire. Help me, I'm begging you a long time. This time I need you in the worst way. Oh baby, I'd set my soul on fire.
A little bit of passion out of him finally. Oh. Don't touch. Oh yeah.
Help me, I'm begging you a long time. This time I need you in the worst way. Oh baby, I'd set my soul on fire. Help me, I'm begging you a long time.
I love that mic.
I need you in the worst way. I'd set my soul on fire. I'd set my soul on fire. Yeah, on fire.
More of that, Tony. Yeah. Hell yeah. From the ashes. So that was dope. I really, really like that one. That you can tell the guys are just in there having fun, writing with like some soul, like you know, his soul's on fire. Obviously, it's about a woman. How do I say this? Igniting something in you. But you can just tell that they're in there having fun, playing music, jamming out. I really enjoyed that. I'm gonna put that in my playlist. I don't recall this song the first time I listened to this. That was nice. There was a lot of passion in his vocals. The guitar work was great. The drums were great. The guys are having a lot of fun on this, obviously. I'm going to give this one a 6. It's right on par with like Surrender for me. Not I mean, Truth is just another level. All right, Let's Go by Godsmack. Obviously.
I come undone? Am I the only one? How can I save it if I don't know what's wrong? Where it began, there's nobody home. And all the things that I wanna be are broken and tired from making me bleed. Let's go, with so many miles behind me. Let's go. This road is winding down around my neck. I'm played out in so many ways. I paid all my dues, so I'll be okay. Let's go. This road has finally found me. Just one more day. Yeah, one more night. All this time I've been gone. I could have lived 3 lives if I could change it. Not only change one thing, I'd recreate it and leave you out of everything. Erase you from my memories.
Where the fuck's he talking to?
All the things that I wanna be are broken and tired from making me bleed. Let's go, with so many miles behind me. Let's go. This road is winding down around my neck. I'm played out in so many ways. I paid all my dues, so I'll be okay. Let's go. This road has finally drowned me. It's broken and not going back.
Who's he talking to? Okay, you got me. We'll see it. What you got? Ooh, that's an old school sound. Very eerie, you know. That's the Godsmack of old right there. Okay. Not bad. I mean, I kind of want to know what he's talking, but well written, sounds good. It led on a little bit too long in the bridge between like the last chorus and the instrumental part. I mean, I liked how it was like an old school Godsmack sound. It was a little bit too long, but I liked it. I want to say a fair score for this one probably be like a 4. It's not amazing. It's not great. All right, here is Best of Times.
Years gone by, ever-changing, growing lives. All those times when we went round, try and find that common ground. Saw me crawling when I fell, and helped me through those parts of hell. For all those times of ignorance, forgive me for my arrogance. Thank you for the times, thank you for allowing me to fly. Yeah, I couldn't soar without you. You changed my life and the best of times are still to come my way. I couldn't have soared without you. You changed my life and the best of times are still to come my way. The best of times are still to come my way. Still to come my way. The best of times are still to come my way.
I feel like this is like the retirement song. Well, come to find out, maybe it should have been at the end of the album. I can't tell if he's talking to maybe his daughter, a woman in his life, the fans, his band. Maybe he's talking to all of them, but it's a nice thank you to whoever he's talking to. It does feel like this is like his retirement speech. As far as the song standing out in itself, it's not amazing. It's not great. It's like a fair score. I mean, I give it a 4. All right, here's Growing Old. Wonder if all the last 3 tracks are gonna be like about retiring and getting older and all that. Oh, it's like switching. Oh, I like that.
You can't see me, not right now. Go and be that light for someone you know how. I'll try to be here for a while, but like a candle burns bright, it still burns out. Hey, I'm coming home, but for how long I don't know. Will you sit with me for a while? And do you hear me when I tell you that I've tried to be there your whole life, to provide for you and I die for you with pride. Yeah, when I get back home, I'll never let you go.
the last half of this album is, as far as songwriting goes, like lyric wise, story wise, has actually gotten stronger on the back half of the album. I'm struggling with the fact that, so the guitar solos aren't bad. They're actually pretty good, but it's like they're throughout the rest of the songs. A lot of times on this album, they're just covering the whole song with a blanket of just guitar, like just not really changing up the tone of it. It's just boof, guitar. And then he gets to the solo, and then he writes something a little bit more sophisticated, intricate, and those are good. But when you just, the rest of the song is just like a droning of guitar sound. It makes you not really want to listen to the rest of the song. Even though the song itself might be well written, the lyrics and story, I don't really want to hear the rest of the song. So, I mean, I think a fair one, I mean, another 4, because it's a song about growing old, obviously. Sounds like he's just talking to like his kids. I like the writing, but then you can't really distinguish one piece of tracking from another because it's all just underneath a dumping of this guitar, you know. So it's, like I said, I like Tony Rambola on the guitar. He's a good guitarist, but I think a lot of times, because Sully writes a lot of the music for the whole band, for almost every instrument he has since almost the beginning. We got one more track left, Lighting Up the Sky. There it is again, just there we go. There we go.
It's too damn late now to hear those cries. It's too damn painful to try and walk that line again. And why? No direction, you're on your own. There's so much tension, but never letting go. No, I'm never letting go.
There it is though, it's in the back, like it's
Fighting for life, lighting up the sky, burning for life. If I had only known when I was so young, never taking time.
There we go. That's the energy you want right here. It's almost over. Oh, a little bit of tribute at the end there. Here's the thing. So, first let's get to this song. This song almost to me encapsulates the whole album because it gets you right there, you know, it amps you up, it gets you right there, and then that's it, it's over. It doesn't get you over the top excited. It doesn't, you know, there's a few tracks that are, maybe 2 tracks that are like hype that get you up. But as far as a hard rock album, like this doesn't get me there. It doesn't get me all the way there. And then this track is so middle of the road. It's like just write a riff. They'll have the bass, the drums, Sully's rhythm, or whichever one he's playing at the time, and then you have Tony. And one of them is just playing a chord and then just like over the rest of the band. So that's all you hear, and behind those instrumentals is just like that droning guitar sound. And if you would just write a riff to go with the music, that would sound a lot better than just this droning crunch behind everything. If I give it a 5, that means, it has to be, it's another 4 for me. I mean, it gets you right there. It gives you a sample, a little bit of a tease of what they could do, and then they pull it back in. I mean, this album has some good tracks on it. To me, it's honestly one of their weaker ones, and it's sad that if this is their last album, that this is what they're going out on. And you can tell that Sully so much wanted this to be like their swan song, like their big send-off, but it's really not. It's sort of a letdown. So let's see what their score would be. So they got a 45 on this album out of a possible 100. So that gives them a 2-star album rating. And honestly, it's kind of fitting. I thought that maybe they had a chance a little bit higher, but like I said, this is one of their weaker albums. And I don't know if it's because of Sully kind of growing up and not having anger and the angst in his voice anymore. You have songs like Truth that didn't suffer from it. That actually was better off him not being as over the top. You have tracks like Soul on Fire, which, again, benefited from his more disciplined singing voice. But this album just didn't really do it for me. There's a couple tracks I'll probably take off of it. But did you guys listen to the album? Are you guys Godsmack fans? Old fans that don't listen anymore? Tell me what you feel about the band and about this album down in the comments, and whether or not you agree with my assessment of it. And if you like this format, let me know, and drop some suggestions in the comments of whole albums that you would like to hear me review and give my score to. And again, all the scores are going to be on the Discord, which I'm going to link in the description below this video. So I hope you stayed to the end, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we can keep this going, and there's more out there I can review and kind of go over. So just let me know what you guys think. And as always, take care of each other.